Men längtan i bröstet, det stod där och sa.
Hi guys and welcome back to HFV, an exceptional game on the channel for you today. I will be back at the place where everything started. It's the place of my first travel abroad with this channel almost a year ago. The destination is Gothenburg in Sweden and the team we are visiting is IFK Göteborg, of course. They're facing their number one rivals, the record champions of Sweden, MALMÖ FF, in this round 26 fixture of this year's Allsvenskan. There are 40 Swedish championship titles shared between these two sides. MALMÖ FF have 22 titles and Göteborg have 18. As I heard, this fixture is also called Klassikermötet, which translates as the classic meeting, of course because they are the two sides with the most Swedish championship titles. MALMÖ won the last two Allsvenskan seasons, but it's highly unlikely, looking at the table, that they are going to win this one now. They are still 6 points ahead of IFK Göteborg, who unfortunately carried on their constant mid-table struggle. Both teams are in a bad shape. IFK Göteborg lost their last 4 Allsvenskan games and MALMÖ FF are the last in their Europa League group by losing also 4 games out of 4. However, these fierce clashes are still different. Let's hope for an enjoyable game. To be honest, I'm really happy to be back in Gothenburg, in Gamla Ullevi and around IFK in general. IFK are also a club with a very rich history. They are the only Nordic club having won European titles, namely 2 UEFA Cups in 1982 and 1987, obligatory to mention, of course. I was lucky enough to visit several matches of both these teams playing today. You can find all of these vlogs in the Sweden playlist, link below. It's also no secret that even though I visit many clubs in Sweden and there are many excellent experiences for me and I got a warm welcome at pretty much every club I visited, and I also try to be completely neutral in my analysis. So I still have a slight bias for today's home team, IFK Göteborg. I'm basically a supporter of them. But regardless of this, I hope you still enjoy this content, and this was everything we needed to know before the game. So let's go. We are near Gamla Ullevi, the stadium of IFK Göteborg, and I'm here with an IFK supporter. How do you see your chances against Malmö today?
Well, we're quite as shit as they are, so why not? Yeah, I think it's 50-50. We have all the home supporters and yeah, we can bring them to make a good game.
Any pyro or tifo we can expect today?
I surely hope so.
Score prediction?
1-0 IFK.
We arrived. Here we are, Gamla Ullevi. What a beautiful and sentimental place. Yeah, well, for me definitely. It's so great to be back, guys. I was at this side always. I'll try to look in the shop if it's not full, buy some memorabilia for my little brother. That's the plan, but otherwise we're gonna be on the other side of the stadium in section L3. It's quite rainy, so I guess these free time cheer activities are not that popular before the game, but they are here regardless. It's great to see. Here's a young gentleman with me, a good friend of mine. We've been to games together before, but he is not exactly a home supporter here today. How do you see today's game as a fan of which club?
The Mästarna, of course, the biggest club in Sweden. And I think we win 1-0 today. Søren Rex gets subbed in and he scores. And you can guess what he does as a celebration.
So I didn't exactly tell about Søren Rex in my preview, so can you tell a bit about him, like briefly?
He was a good player for Göteborg and then he decided to join the better club, of course, and went directly to Malmö on a free transfer. And that's how it sounded last year here, and then he scored both 1 and 2-0 and decided to the home supporters.
Yeah, he was shushing the crowd.
We have chants about him, but
it's not the scene here exactly to liking him a lot. It's not quite the case with the IFK supporters. How do you think the atmosphere will be?
I think It's not as good as last year. It's we only 800 here today. I think last year was maybe 2,000, and it's a Monday evening. But I think it's always a good atmosphere at this classical mötet. So I think it's a good atmosphere still.
Enjoy the game then.
Thank you. You too.
Here we go. We're entering the stadium, section L3. I really like about Gamla Ullevi that, well, it might not be the most beautiful stadium from outside, but you have a proper view on the streets.
Nummer 9, Marcus! Nummer 1, Pontus! Nummer 2, Emil! Nummer 4, Kalle! Nummer 7, Sebastian! Nummer 13, Gustav! Nummer 14, Gustav! Nummer 17, Oskar! Nummer 19, Hussein! Nummer 20, Johan! 21, Simon! Dagens domare har medaljer till Andreas Ödqvist, Fredrik Klyver, fjärde domare Granit, Martin Damsby.
that could be something. Keeper attack. The cross comes in. Minute Malmö corner. Great connection. Beautiful play by Malmö, poor finish. Combination for Malmö. They weren't actually far from completing it. They completed all the passes except the last one. Look at the stands. 18,000 capacity, as I wrote on the screen in the preview. This would be a full house meeting if the team would do better. That's the end of the first half. This is very dull so far, to be honest. The game, definitely, the support was okay at times, but I've seen better atmospheres here for sure. Both teams look kind of enervated because of this season, because it's not their season for sure. So accordingly, the crowd are not showing up in that number. They are not as fierce, they are not really on fire. There weren't really big chances to show in the first half. Malmö were dominating clearly. IFK had a few breakaways, but they couldn't keep the ball for long. They were just literally back and forth. Like, you give a pass, you get it back, and like between IFK and Malmö, quite much inaccuracy. To summarize the first half in 3 words, hoping for better. Honestly, I can't see it, but let's hope so. Chance for Malmö now. "50 seconds into the second half. Poor defending by IFK, like literally between 4 defenders, and the ball reached Kiesatelin, like still. So poor defending, nail one. It was a great finish, and there were quite the limps on the other side, although only the first series with Malmö away fans, but The limbs were still great, the noise as well. Yeah, 1-0 for Malmö, sharp start to the second half by them. Left side attack, IFK, Norlin, bad waiting ball in the middle. What a chance, missed for the equalizer by Marcus Berg, so close. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, Sören Riks, who signed from IFK GÖTEBORG to MALMÖ FF, is getting subbed on. Look at the reaction. He scored twice last time out. Malmö played here. Malmö won 2-0 that game. Markovic. He gets a corner. There is the equalizer, guys. 71st minute, Gustav Norlin. Big defensive mistake. I think was it a slip or a bad pass back? I don't even remember because it happened that quickly. But those limbs here in the ultra section, Kommandobryggan, just second to none, and all around the stadium. This noise is one of the best in Sweden. And also the IFK anthem by what's the band called? Suits, something like that. Their song Heja Blåvitt was in the background, always goosebumps, and the blue and white scarves waved around. We'll have a great 20 minutes here because this will make the mood of the home fans for sure. Official spectator number, pretty decent. Bent with the throw-in. Svensson out to Bent. Bent with the cross again. AIK at home in a week. I'll be here, guys. I'll be vlogging this for you. And cleared away by IFK eventually. The 80th minute, long throw in again for Malmö. Oh, that's very dangerous. Great save at the near post and great shot as well. Hit the post incredibly close. And IFK can counter now. What a story this could be. Markovic towards Norlin. And a corner for Blåvitt.
number 82, Oscar Wendt. Something happened there inside the box. Wendt corner, 83rd minute. Come on, I can't shout, but I would have liked to.
Ställer in i torget, målskytt, nummer 4, Jenny! Tack!
Excellent header by Carl Johansson, 83rd minute. I really wouldn't have thought after 0-1 that the IFK are capable of turning it around. But literally, I have the best view here on Kommandobryggan, and those lips, I'm still shaking. Really almost crying, can't tell you. It's so emotional here. And you know, I respect all the teams I vlog in Sweden, but this, my personal connection to IFK, I can really feel it now because it was the first team I visited here in Sweden, and it's really no words. It's so great to be part of it now. It could be a great victory despite of the poor season. It's always a big thing to beat Malmö, but there are still some minutes left. Great possibility for IFK again. Ah yes, great card. Which color? It's yellow. The pyro handing out flag, going for Malmö. Probably they'll have something towards the end. 90 minutes over, 5 additional minutes. This was very, incredibly close to the equalizer, but IFK survives it. Oh, nobody in the end of it. The Malmö counter can be launched. Now this is funny, honestly. Last chance for Malmö. Given away. Oh, Sorga can still get it. Yeah, that was a clean tackle. So Malmö got another chance. Markovic just kick it upfield. That's it. Ref still lets it go. Bomsbo kicks it away. And it's still not over. Still not over. Sorga Malmö was the only Swedish team in recent years regularly competing in Europe, be it Champions League or Europa League, but with this defeat by IFK Göteborg, they got pushed really far from a European season next season. The first three get a European spot in Sweden, a qualification spot. The first is Champions League, the second and the third is Conference League, and the cup winner gets a Conference League spot as well. So perhaps if they win the cup next year. But otherwise, what an experience, guys. I mean, looking at it, there was last time out in 2009 when IFK Göteborg won against MALMÖ FF at home in Allsvenskan in the league, because they won away, for example, last season 2-3 in Malmö, and they won in the cup final in 2020, sadly behind closed doors. It was actually the same scenario that Malmö led and then IFK turned it around, even though the deciding goal was in extra time back then. It was a very emotional game, and that second half made us forget the first, which was a very dull and unenjoyable first half of the game. It wasn't a full house game, but the atmosphere was top compared to what I experienced so far in Gamla Ullevi. Perhaps the 3-0 win against Djurgården last year and the 0-1 defeat against Hammarby, they were both games of really good atmosphere, and this was also top, especially the limbs. Oh, just thinking about that, it's like full of goosebumps. Make sure you check the Sweden playlist. You can find some cracking vlogs from Sweden there, including some very exceptional derbies, including this last one, Djurgården and AIK this weekend. Also the Skåne derby. If you are a Malmö supporter, you'll be definitely interested in that. You can find that video also in the Derby Days playlist. Both are in the description, the link to those playlists. And there is a third playlist, especially for Blåvitt fans, because the playlist is called Blåvitt as well, and there you can find all the IFK Göteborg games I've vlogged so far. That will be the third link then. If you're up for even more, you can find all the social media accounts related to the channel on the screen. And goodbye now, guys. As you saw, I just arrived in my city in Budapest, Hungary, and I have to get back to university for the evening. That kind of sucks, but the most important is that you enjoy the content. I hope you did, and I hope to see you next time on the channel. I was IFK. Take care, goodbye. I'll be back in Sweden next week. No, I wasn't correct. Actually this week, because I'm flying back on Saturday and we'll vlog a game on Sunday and on Monday. Those are going to be the next vlogs on the channel. Yeah, now, bye.